but I'm not going to answer in any detail. It's a private matter. It stays within the group, within the team. It's the decision that we made. I know Bob already mentioned that to you, and then we'll move on.
Two questions, Coach. To your knowledge, has Green and Durant been communicated after this decision been made? Second is, many times in instances that you mentioned that Green is heart and soul of this team. So what do you view him after this incident?
My feeling on Draymond, his impact on our team doesn't change. These things happen sometimes in the course of an NBA season, and so we deal with it, again, internally. So any conversations that are happening or have happened, that's our business.
Bob described the collaboration as part of this decision. Did that collaboration begin last night after you assessed the game, or was it something you guys slept on and then reassessed it?
All of the above. Yeah. I mean, we started evaluating everything immediately after the game last night.
Hey Steve, what's your level of concern that this episode could have any long-term implications down the road of the season?
I think we'll be fine. I mean, we're a team that goes through stuff just like everybody else, and things happen, bumps in the road. You got to move forward. That's all part of coaching a team. It's all part of being on a team. You have to get through the adversity, and there are some difficult times, and you get through them.
In the past, Draymond has apologized and grown and said he's really grown and taken steps from a few of his maybe experiences he would like to have back. What do you sense, and have you talked to him today, and has he been sort of with that same mindset?
I've talked to him, and that's private.
Steve, even before this happened last night, how would you sort of characterize Draymond's relationship with Kevin? I mean, from what we understand, he was involved in recruiting him. They've obviously clashed a couple times before. I mean, they obviously are close. How would you sort of describe that?
They've won championships together. They've been teammates now for it's the third season. They were teammates on the Olympic team. So you can draw your own conclusions.
How has Kevin's kind of non-committal approach to free agency festered at times in the locker room?
Not the slightest bit. I mean, nobody ever talks about Kevin's free agency. Doesn't bother any of us.
Not even in this situation we're talking about?
No. It's the NBA. These guys either are under contract or they're upcoming free agents, and it's the business. We're focused on this year, so I don't think anybody in our locker room, anybody on our coaching staff, thinks twice about Kevin's free agency this summer. That's next summer. This is we're coaching this year. We're playing this year.
Steve, in your playing days, we know about the scuffle you had at practice with MJ back in the days. Does going through something like that as a player kind of help you understand where the guys are coming from, Draymond and Durant are coming from, in terms of just two competitive guys that really want to win?
I mean, when you play at a really high level and you're competitive, things happen. Every team that I've ever been on, things have happened. By the way, I kicked MJ's ass.
Given the fact that that the organization decided to suspend Draymond, is there any inference to be drawn that maybe this was an accumulation of irritants before, or was this a one-off in your mind?
Honestly, that was not a thought. That, when Bob and I discussed all this, that was never anything that was brought up. This is we evaluated what happened and we made our decision.
When it comes to him also be a boundary setter, this is the way that fire works, this is the way a fiery personality doesn't, and this is the way that communication should happen.
When you're on a team, you always have you have rules, you have codes. You just it's all part of being part of the group, and so that's pretty obvious.
I'm going to interrupt with a basketball question.
Thank you.
Who's going to start tonight at the 4? Are you going to tell us?
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not in a very good mood tonight.
Steve, Chelsea Lane, would you like to say anything about what Chelsea Lane meant to your championship run and getting? I mean, she helped Steph get back, and
yeah,
she will get her ring tonight, according to Mr. Ritter. So.
Yeah, we're excited to see Chelsea and Mike.
Yep.
And Johnny. So half our staff left for the Hawks, but no, it'll be good to have them in the building tonight. See their faces. They all did a great job. Chelsea was loved and respected, admired. She did a great job with our players, and it'll be wonderful to see her and see her get her ring.
You have said before that you guys really benefit from Draymond's passion on the court and what he brings to this team, and we can see it at times too. Is there any concern that he might temper this, or do you think that he's going to be who he is in wake of this?
Draymond is always going to be who he is. Draymond he's a powerful force, and you guys know that. He's a huge reason why we've had so much success here, and Draymond is going to continue playing the way he plays, and I don't see him operating any other way.
Steve, it's the 300th consecutive, back here, hi, it's the 300th consecutive sellout tonight. Can you talk about the passion of the Warrior fans, the loyalty of playing in Oakland?
Well, we're lucky to play in front of our fans here. We're lucky for the passion of the Bay Area for basketball. I've talked about this before, but when I used to come in here as a player 20 years ago and more, there was the same passion, minus the championships. You could see the dedication that the fans had way back then. So this doesn't surprise me, and it is a wonderful advantage to have to come into this building 41 times a year and have the support of our fans, and the noise in this arena has helped us win a lot of games.
Steve, how do you think the rest of the guys have handled the news of the day and now what's ahead of them tonight without Draymond?
Our guys are as professional as any group I've ever been around. We didn't have a shoot around this morning, so I haven't seen a lot of guys. I've talked to a couple of them, but they are extremely professional. And so they will handle this as you would expect they would, as I would expect they would. Great. Thank you.
Appreciate that.